Jay, thank you for your time for joining our podcast. And I would like to ask you initially regarding, could you please tell me several words about your business? How many locations do you have? When were you founded? And so on.
Sure. We are located in New Orleans, Louisiana, and we started up in February of 1997 with our first location. It's long.
A long time ago.
And so we've seen, a lot, and we've had a lot of good fortune to be able to still be open now with 5 locations of the same concept. We have 4 of our locations are in New Orleans, and we have 1 location in Pensacola, Florida.
Okay. How many employees do you have in these locations, plus minus?
We're typically between 135 and 150, depending on the season. Both stations are busier in the winter and the spring, and slow in the summertime. And we're still kind of wrapping up our season right now, so it's a good time. What we do is we are a Creole taquería, which is born out of New Orleans, where Creole and Cajun originate. And what we do is we sort of take these flavors from Mexico, and we combine it with our local way of creating to create sort of a fusion that is maybe a little bit fresher and brighter than what you would normally see in a lot of the Tex-Mex restaurants and chains that are out there. We kind of have a little bit of a Caribbean to what we do, because we're sort of the northernmost city on the Caribbean, if you include the Gulf of Mexico, into that sea. And so we have a lot of flavors that trend that direction as well.
Sounds great. How do you manage? Could you please tell me how do you manage quality across your locations? What do you use? What approaches do you use? Maybe what software do you use?
Really, it's a lot about face-to-face communication, to be honest with you. We right now we're having a meeting with and I'm not in it, but we're having our weekly meeting with our kitchen managers and service managers to discuss what flavors we're working on for our specials menus, and different service and kitchen related behavior issues that the managers are experiencing right now. And we try to sort of committee solutions to any of these issues, or to generate any ideas for flavors that we're working on for some LTOs coming up.
Okay, understood. Thank you. Could you please tell me how do you have online ordering?
We do use online ordering. We use like a pickup option through our POS provider, which is Toast.
Toast, I know. Mhm.
And we also we're contracted with DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub for delivery options.
Are you connected for delivery options? So the order is created on your website or and your database, and you just ask about the delivery, or you are listed inside their app and give the orders from them.
It's the second this there that you said, and the way we operate it through the POS through the Toast is that when the customer places the order, it kind of skips our front of house and comes straight into the kitchen. And when the food is prepared and ready to go, that's when the front of house gets notification to pack it up and prepare it for whenever the driver shows up.
Yeah, it's really, Jay, ordinary situation I face very often. I mean, such way of collaboration with delivery services. So, but they do not provide you any information regarding your clients. I mean,
If we don't capture it within essentially the moment, then we lose it certainly by the end of the day, by the end of the business day.
they don't provide you usually telephone number or email, something like this, and the clients can be verified. And so it's another one key point we usually discuss. Do you have loyalty program? What do you think about the meaning of loyalty program?
We don't have a loyalty program actually, and we never have.
Mm.
I think that we probably generate loyalty through the service that we provide, and we really work hard to keep our price point at an affordable level. We consider ourselves to be more of an everyday restaurant. We are full service. We have a really great bar program and always have. We have a lot of partners. We're mostly in the Mexican vein of things, a tequila bar, and we have some really great relations with our producers and distillers in Mexico.
Mhm. Could you please tell me how approximately how many orders do you have daily in average per location or per five locations offline and through the services third party?
So I would say on average per location for all the orders, it's around 350 per day.
So 1,500 orders per day for all locations.
Yeah.
Does this number include of online ordering through the delivery, DoorDash?
I would say that the online ordering is about 25% of the business at this point.
But this number includes this 300 per location includes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I think also we get online delivery and in-house dine-in.
Yeah, got it. Uh, what I think about loyalty program for me, it's about retention. It's about how often clients return and when they are interested to return. There is, I think I see right now such well that when I consider where to go and what to buy, I really think, oh, okay, here I have a discount, here I have saved points, and I would like, and I'm to visit this place or order from this place, so on. It's mine. What do you think about it?
Well, so we don't really do coupons or discounts in a regular sort of sense that you're talking. We don't really on Uber Eats right now. We are doing a BOGO for one specific item to entice some new business through that channel. But typically, the way that we inspire people to come in is by changing what our LTOs are on a very regular basis. I'd say every 2 to 4 weeks, we're adding something that is only going to be temporarily on a menu.
Very interesting strategic.
And some of that stems from the fact that we have been open for nearly 30 years. And so, we're pretty well known in our market. We're since is what keeps some of the customers coming back in week after week. And then for others, it's the conviviality, I would say, that we're able to create in our space that keeps returning. We are absolutely we return customers in order to operate. And so we strive really hard to create regular customers that want to come back multiple times a week or at the very least multiple times a month.
Okay, understood. If we are speaking about the COVID time, could you please tell me how did you pass this situation? So I think your offline orders were not allowed. Yeah, people were not allowed to come into your restaurants, and so you had to deliver and use the Uber Eats or something. Or how it worked for you?
For us, it did not really work as much, especially in the beginning with the delivery services. We're an old company, so we predate the invention of these third-party delivery systems. And we have been on and off the platform several times. There have been years when we haven't used them at all. There have been years like right now where we've used multiple ones. And it sort of depends on the deal that they're offering to us to participate in the level of orders that our restaurants get. It's almost a reverse subscription. But for COVID, we did not using that initially. City shut down restaurants for the first month in March of 2020. New Orleans in February was a super spreader event in the U.S. And so we were affected kind of in an outsized way in the very beginning. And with some of the guidance coming out saying that at that time that COVID was being passed mostly in restaurants, all of the restaurants in New Orleans were shut down by the government. We had to lay off our whole staff and at some point said, okay, customers can come and pick up food at your location. We also sell alcohol. We were able to work with our state, Louisiana, to figure out a way that we could package alcohol and sell it, which was a boon for us because it was a very popular item. because obviously there's a lot of stress out there, and not that many places to be able to take advantage of drinking because all the bars were closed. I feel like the bars stayed closed for about 6 months before they allowed them to reopen in New Orleans. So we were able to take advantage of that market pretty readily.
Okay, got it. Thank you. How do you manage the information, or how do you get the analytics about the orders, about the clients? So I understand the Toast system has several options to provide. Are you satisfied with it? Could you please tell me? So what do you like, what you don't like?
So your Toast does aggregate a lot of that customer information for us. Also through our website, which is was generated and managed Spot Hopper. We're able to through like newsletter signups, we're able to aggregate a lot of customer data. The Toast records how many orders they make. And then we use some other channels that help us to derive that information. We are signed up with Rewards Network, and they're very data rich, had a lot of access to that information. That's the only one I think really off the top of my head right this second.
Mhm. Okay, what do you think about the AI? As I had a conversation with one man, and what do you think about the AI trends? And he told me, I don't think AI is a trend. It's the thing that came to stay.
I mean, it's dominating in the U.S. right now. I'll tell you that. It's not something that is easy for us to use on a day-to-day basis because of the physicality of the work. The administrative side, we're still coming up to speed on some of it. But I can tell you that I use a company out of Canada called Solink. They're a camera company, and all of our security footage and any footage that we want to catch inside of our stores is AI assisted and helps us to move through the footage in a rapid way to get exactly to what we want to see for any number of events that we specify.
Mhm. Did you face so several companies already implemented it? They like it. Think about this. For example, like smart suggestions. When you have the clients, I mean, at daily basis, you collect it, yeah, and sort it, and when you order, it's about ordering from the website or from the mobile, usually, or from the kiosk, if there is, it knows you better, the AI better than your mother. And when you enter the app or the website, and you are logged in, and so the system knows who is logged in, and it suggests, okay, usually this day or this month, or just very often you like to get this and this. What do you think about this technology, like how they could influence?
We are definitely looking at that from sort of a labor allocation standpoint through our scheduling. That's probably the biggest place where we're looking at trying to onboard some AI is to better allocate our labor hours to when we're actually doing business versus time that's spent, for prep of food items or to prepare the restaurant for the customers to come in, and making sure that we have the right number of people at the right times to best service what it is that we're doing. We're working with a pretty new company right now, and I'm not going to talk too much about it because they haven't really rolled out to the general public yet. But it's fascinating. All the AI can sort of forecast the sales and the business metrics for the day, and start to line up skill sets that we need at certain times of the day to execute the program.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. I'm talking with told you also that the AI has these infinite possibilities to analyze. If you or me will go and look through the digits or try to get these insights, it will take hours and hours to get an understanding across several locations. As you told, how many employees do you have right now at this location, how many orders, and so on, and AI could give it in several moments. Yeah, could You could ask him, and it won't take a lot of money when everything is connected. So I mean, you have the database, and the AI has an access to this database, and you could ask just like with it could be ways like a chatbot or something like this. You could ask, give me the information analysis about this location, about how it will be more effective to organize the working hours, the employees at places. Yeah, so you have been working with such a company who is helping you to get this information. So yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah. So if I think I've got, and I would like to ask. It's very general or usual question, but it gives an opportunity to understand the real pain. If you could resolve just one question in your business, what will you resolve?
I would say the number one thing that's been a challenge, especially since COVID, and we lost a lot of not necessarily to sickness, but to changing career paths, or having to caretake for people who were sick and maybe have not made it back into our industry as a whole. The biggest pain point that I have is with new managers, learning how to face manage their staffs. There is sometimes an over reliance on technology to try to sort of push information out to people instead of giving it to them personally. And again, because of the physicality of the job and the behaviors that we expect from this in relation to each other and to the clientele, that face-to-face management piece is so key in regulating how those behaviors are working.
Have you ever thought about recording even a simple video explaining what to expect?
We have thought about that, but it's a video is something that they're not going to watch. When they make a mistake, they're not going to turn to a video. They're going to need somebody from management to say, "Hey, you've made a mistake. It doesn't meet our expectation. This is what we'd like you to do to correct it." And to get that expected into force with that specific employee.
Yeah, I understand. So in my understanding, video it's like about the corporative culture. So look, we expect this, and then the working process, you just like align several moments.
No, absolutely, and we have a handbook for people to read. It's spelled out in the orientation video as well. But again, it's more of what happens on a moment to moment basis that we with versus something more general that explains what our culture is and what our expectations are. We often need people to be reminding employees consistently, daily, all the time about what the expectations are, and when they're falling short of those expectations, to sort of recenter them on meeting the expectation.
I understood. I understood. But also, see, you are focused on operational efficiency. So it's also the pain point. So I think a lot of people had a conversation. They told me it's an example that the labor costs rise, the food cost, I mean ingredients rise. They have to somehow fix the price for their dishes, and it's really, really, really hard. It's margin, and that is why they are really focused on efficiency.
I think you can only be so efficient. I mean, you can gain efficiency in a way that doesn't undercut what it is that you're trying to do, is what I'm trying to say. Through our purchasing program, we work closely with our purveyors to get to a price point that allows us to keep our menu affordable. Uh, we work with our kitchen council to develop, like a lot of chefs would, working with maybe cuts that aren't popular amongst the general public, but that we can work with and create flavors and dishes that are appealing to them. But that, at the end of the day, are less expensive than, say, like a filet mignon. That's a popular thing, it's very expensive. And if you were going to switch down to a different sort of dish that still had beef in it, you could potentially use like a top sirloin, which is going to be half a quarter of the price. The chefs really, for the piece, make what we do possible, and their creativeness with how we use ingredients and how we ensure that ingredients are used across the platform in multiple items also help with that efficiency. The labor cost, the more fluid piece, because you're always taking people. Some people are educated in the business, some people are not. So you're always doing training.
Mhm.
So what we find is by having a couple of very knowledgeable managers in the house that obviously are going to be the highest compensated, they are able to manage the expectations of sort of the mid-level trained people, and also bring in new people that we look for people that are trainable, first off, that have a good attitude. We get that they're going to make mistakes, because everybody in our organization makes mistakes every day. I am probably the number one mistake maker. My mistakes are often really expensive. So we
Yeah.
anticipate that that's going to happen. Nobody's perfect. And it's kind of about, letting people know what their mistakes are, expecting accountability from the people about the mistakes they make, recognizing the cost of their mistakes, and working to be better their jobs, and to meet the expectations that we've laid out.
Yeah, 100% agree with you. Unfortunately, our today's time comes to the end. Thank you very much for joining our podcast. My colleague Vlad will contact you and share with you pre-processed video if you for publishing later.
Okay, that sounds
Yeah.
great, Peter.
Yeah, thank you. And Jay, I would like to suggest you. I've got several during our conversation. I've got several ideas which could be really useful for your business. I would like to share with you. If you are interested, we could schedule another one's call and go deeper to several of your details, and I will share some ideas if you are interested. If not,
Absolutely. I love to talk to people. So
great.